Well lads, good afternoon everywhere in Pigeon Land. I wouldn't normally put two videos up so quick one after the other. However, this is going back to BICC Racing into Ireland, and I had a little bit of a chat with somebody today and got a great bit of news out of it. So I'm that excited about it, I thought I'd tell everybody. So I was talking to a chap down in the inner city today, a chap by the name of John Thompson, well-known fancy around Dublin. And John wants to race with the BICC into Ireland as well. So John contacted me there probably 2 weeks ago about this anyway. And I went and had a chat with John, a brief chat anyway. But while I was with John, John said to me he has a cup, a 100-year-old cup that he'd like to put up for one of the races that we're doing out at the BICC for 2021 and there on out. So John went and actually got the cup from me, and I have to tell you, I'm absolutely blown away by it, like 100% blown away by it, really blown away. So a little bit of history behind the cup. The cup was actually the Dublin City Flying Club Young Board Cup is what it was called, back in 1920. So I'm a bit of a pigeon nut, I suppose. I love everything about them. To have a cup in my possession that is now 100 years old, that we can offer for on a yearly basis for the longest race out of the BICC into Ireland, that will be facilitating nationally from the BICC, which I do believe is Poitiers, or at least that's probably the longest one we'll be racing from into Ireland. So I'm going to show you the cup. I'm stoked by this. So this is the actual cup itself. This is it here, as it stands. As you can see, you can see the inscription on it there. Dublin City Flying Club Young Board Cup. The names on this were absolutely phenomenal from 1920, I think was the first one, 2021. 1920, G. Oliver from Skibbereen. 21, J. Kearns from Haverford West. E. Pemberton, Rosslare, 1922. J. Pemberton, Skibbereen, 23. F.K. O'Kelly, Skibbereen, 24. And it was actually used up to 1937, so that's the last of the plaques there that's mentioned, this one here. And it was used up to 1937. So John Thompson in East Wall, he's out of the East Wall Pigeon Club, kindly offered this to me for racing, that we'll be able to use it on a yearly basis. We'll get plaques inscribed and stuck onto it as well on a yearly basis by whoever clocks. So what I'm going to call this now is we're going to get an inscription on this side, I think, if John is okay with that. It's something I'll have to talk to him about. And I'm going to call it the John Thompson Challenge Trophy. Okay? And this John Thompson Challenge Trophy will be for the winning board out of Poitiers with the BICC into Dublin. Sorry, into Ireland. Correct, not Dublin. This is with me in the transport end of things. This is going to be an all-island event. So anybody wanting to race these races and compete for a 100-year-old cup on a yearly basis, the John Thompson Challenge Cup, okay? He didn't really want his name associated with it, but I have to tell you, I think it would be very unfair of me not to have his name associated with it. I am absolutely blown away to have a 100-year-old cup in my possession. Honest to God, it's just mind-boggling. We're not going to have it cleaned, it's going to be left as is. We want it to look like a 100-year-old cup, we don't want it to look anything less. I think it's a very proud day for me, certainly, doing what I am doing and trying to promote longer distance racing into Ireland. To have something like this to start off 2021, I'm blown away. So lads, if anybody wants to get involved, don't forget, The idea of what I'm doing is racing with the BICC. Personally, I am facilitating transport from anybody in Ireland who wants to race the boards of the BICC. Okay? The aim is to promote long distance racing into Ireland, and you know, it's not just about Barcelona. For me, Barcelona is the end game. That's the ultimate. But there are so many races along the way with the BICC and the other internationals. So if you want to take part in the BICC Nationals into Ireland, please get in touch. This is our first trophy that will be on offer. I'm hoping to offer some prize money with it, but that's just going to depend on how many lads are involved. That's another kettle of fish. But certainly we have this. I will have some sponsorship also for some of the races for prizes. As I did this year, unlucky enough we didn't get anything home, but that's just the way it goes. The sponsorship was still there. So lads, great bit of news. The John Thompson Challenge Cup. It's for poitiers in the Old Board season 2021 for the first time. Okay? Get involved, lads. Get involved.